Back now with Mark Mathot. Mark, Zach Hyman is on pace for 59 goals. I can't believe I'm saying that. He's already 10 goals past his previous career highs, and he's still got 18 games left to play this year. Is this just the McDavid effect, or is Hyman working his way into the conversation as one of the league's most effective, if not elite, goal scorers?
And, Gino, I know it pains you to say elite there, but I'm going to stick with my guns. I think he's there. I mean, look at it. When you're scoring potentially 60 goals in a season, you're in the conversation. That makes you an elite player, even if it is a one-off. Right now, as it stands, that is my belief. So the way I view Zach Hyman, he's the ultimate Swiss Army knife. He's fantastic on the power play. He's a great penalty killer. And, I mean, 5-on-5, he's a dog at net front, which creates a ton of time and space for Connor McDavid. So he's a great forechecker. He's relentless on in those hard areas. And then you factor in that scoring touch, which is really what separates him from most of those types of players. And then I just finish it up with, where else do you get that type of value at $5.5 million? I mean, that alone for me is huge for the Edmonton Oilers. And then, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention he's a lock for Team Canada right now in 26. So I think I would categorize him as an elite hockey player.
That is unbelievable, but all of it true. Now, people want to point to the McDavid factor. A lot of fans are saying, sure, anyone can score like this when they're playing with the best player in the game. But that's just not true, Mark. The Oilers have tried a lot of great talents with McDavid, and it never worked. What is it about the combination of McDavid and Hyman that is working?
Well, and that almost sort of proves my point here in that he is potentially an elite hockey player. And two things can be true. You can compliment Connor McDavid and be a fantastic hockey player, but at the same time, I mean, it's okay to acknowledge that, you know what, maybe his numbers are getting inflated a little bit, but you can't diminish the player's on-ice contributions just because he is playing with said player. So I think for me, as I mentioned earlier, he's sort of in a league of his own right now just because he's able to play all over the ice. And if anybody is to make that type of argument that, well, you know, you're playing with Connor McDavid, try keeping up with Connor McDavid, the fastest player arguably in the NHL, making the reads, knowing where he is at all times on the ice. And then, of course, getting into those dirty areas. That takes a certain type of player. I think Zach Hyman deserves a lot more respect right now.
You mentioned the great value. Just how good a deal are the Oilers getting in Hyman right now? He's second in the league in goals, and he's 161st in salary.